What's good with the people, man? Let's let that gracefully pass. All right. So I've been really reflecting, thinking, doing some deep diving, and I'm getting closer to this one thing, and it's no procrastination. It's just moving on spot. When I think about it, I do it. Action. You know. So one thing that I've noticed is when there are certain things that I be doing that I have no thought about, and it's like putting that type of focus on those things you desire outwardly. So, in the fact that I was looking at some on YouTube earlier, in the Book of Wisdom, somebody was explaining something out of the Book of Wisdom, and they were explaining the square and the circle being consciousness, which is infinite and it doesn't end, it just keeps on going, and the circle, which is matter, which is the physical, what we live in, and that consciousness is bigger than the matter, and so consciousness creates the matter. And so when you're thinking about it, and you think about it as in your mind, which is your consciousness, you think about how many things you could think about in a day or in a second, or the things that you really want. If we get real deep about it, if you go into imagination and you understand what you want and you like see glimpses of it, it can manifest into matter. If you see it clear enough, if you feel that feeling that you're already there, then you've created matter. You get what I'm saying? And it's different to us because we weren't taught like this. We weren't trained to see that what we are thinking we create. We weren't trained to see that. So it's one thing to know that you can imagine something. It's another thing to know that your imagination is creating what you're seeing on a day-to-day basis. And I can articulate that, but I'm overlooking how it happens in my life. You get what I'm saying? I can articulate it because I have been through it. I have been going through it. And it's just the noticing of the simpler parts of it. It's like you want this matter thing that's within the construct of your mind, which you own, you hold power of. Like nothing, you can't think anything that can't happen. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know if I said that right, but the things that you think happen, and the things that you say happen, and when you're saying I want this, I want that, your consciousness brings you ideas. Your mind gets ideas of those things, and to rapidly act on it is what creates the matter, as a matter of fact. But nah, it's like when I think about what I'm gonna write in my books, or what I think about when I make my music, and where I want it to go when it comes to my books. You get what I'm saying? Like when I'm writing a certain story, and then I create I just, just random things. It's like I go into the music without thought, and I create something that I like, that feels good to me, and in turn it ends up lining up with the things that I write. Excuse me. We have no control over the planes. Anyways, it's just understanding that, and then the patience that comes along with it. I've gained so much more patience than last year, bro. Then, like, I'm proud of myself. I'm in awe of myself. In 2020, I didn't have much patience. You get what I'm saying? 5 years later, I could wait for anything. If the bus got a delay, I could. You feel me? And like I said, it's just the conditioning of reacting to things that used to happen that you have to get out of. It's like, oh, there's traffic. Instead of getting upset, act in the moment. Why would I want to get upset? This is inevitable. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if a store don't got the product that you want at that time, it's a reason. You get what I'm saying? In my eyes, I feel like that. And that just makes me let go of it faster. That just makes me be like, oh, well, maybe it's at another store. It's like solutions come out of me instead of worries. And I be overlooking that because I'm so conditioned to worry, to doubt, to fear. I'm so conditioned to that. But getting out of that, it's like, well, there's other ways that you could do this. It's not just this one way that you feel me? Like, explore your options. And if you don't, that's on you. If you fail to do something in your life to progress it forward, that's on you. And I understand that. And because I understand it's on me, I'll never let myself down. You get me? And so I just wanted to share that it becomes as simple as the things that you do on a day-to-day basis. And if you want to check it out, my YouTube has my first installment of The Well of Doors, which is Quasi Part 1, and it's based on the chakras. It's based on how to get through your life, but in real life scenarios. It's very different and it's cool. It's very interesting, and it's a good listen. You get what I'm saying? So the audiobook is available on YouTube for its only channel if you want to go peep that. And I'm coming out with more installments as we go. That's why I've been quiet. That's why I've been, you feel me? That's why I've been on a low ski, because I've been really focused on this. And it's not just for me, it's something that's going to intrigue the whole world. It's something that's going to get into the time that we're going in. You get what I'm saying? It's going to help progress people that are in a state where they don't feel like they can move out of that state. You get what I'm saying? This time that we're going into is about to speed up, and it's been speeding up rather, and people are in this stuckness, this mindset of stagnance. It's hard to make a decision. I was just looking at something the other day about procrastination, listening rather. It's an audio book, and I have to finish it. And just in the beginning, it's just talking about how when you sit there and think of something, you're paralyzing your mind by changing your mind about what you're sure about. And that's not exactly the way that it was said, but you feel me? I interpret it in that way. You can't sit in your thought. Like, I'm realizing that. That's why I say it's more about acting in the moment of thought. And that's what I'm progressing towards. You get what I'm saying? It's like I do it every day, but consciously I don't. You feel me? And it's important to be conscious, because when you find things that work, it helps you more in life. You get what I'm saying? As opposed to if you just be like, oh, that's just something that's happening and it's supposed to happen. No. Like, if you pay attention to the things that happen on the spot, like, well, like, if you pay attention to the things that are helping you, and you are able to keep on choosing that and continue, do that. You get what I'm saying? That's where I'm at with it. It's like, you gotta deserve to be for real. You gotta deserve to be. You gotta say that. You gotta be that. You have to embody that. And it took a long time for me to even think like that. You get what I'm saying? The conditioning of it is very heavy and is very tough. And I'm glad that I was able to grasp the concept in the beginning, because if I wasn't, I wouldn't be in this way. I would still be positive, but slowly my positivity will be overtaken by the negativity. If I would have kept certain people in my life, it would have been overtaken. I'm a very malleable being. I'm a very malleable being. And so it took a lot for me to get by myself, because I crave people I care about to be around me. You feel what I'm saying? If validation comes from no one else, it was from them that I wanted it from. You know what I'm saying? And so now it's coming from me. Now I nourish myself, and now it's not so big. Like, to me, it's like it's not so big to have people validate me. It's not so big to have people give me compliments, but I like it. You get what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be no weird person and be like, I don't want that. And it's not weird, but it's just, it's inevitable. That's meant to happen. It's meant to happen for me, for people to see me and me to be in front of people's faces, because I speak truth, I speak life, I speak abundance, I speak change, I speak growth. You feel me? I speak evolution. And it's not about the way I look. You feel me? And I'm getting caught up in that. And that is when matter takes over mind. You feel me? And that isn't supposed to be meshing like that. It's not supposed to be like that. It doesn't have to be like that, rather, because anything could go any way for anyone. And, it could work for them or not. But that is matter over mind. And when you think like that, the physical, you start to get in your mind that the physical matters more than the consciousness, which is infinite, and the physical dies. So you will have died with the thoughts of not feeling like enough, which the matter portrays to you, without understanding that the consciousness is what's creating you. Excuse me, it's playing. I need some elevator music for the plane passing. But it's very crucial, man. Like when you get to having doubts in your mind, or when people don't see the vision that you see, or when things start happening to you on your path and you start thinking about quitting, this is the matter trying to fuck with you. You get what I'm saying? And your consciousness is infinite. It holds the thought that you can do it all the time. But if enough matter overpowers that consciousness, guess what happens? The consciousness don't matter, because you're not fucking thinking about it. You're thinking too much into this matter part. You're thinking too much into this material, physical part that is overshadowing what you are for sure. That is so crucial, bro. That's why it's important to act as in thought. When you're in thought and you be like, I want to do this, do it immediately. Don't be like, what if this happened, or what if that happened, or what if, all the scenarios. You can have a billion scenarios. That's why they got a million ways to die, bro. That show is dangerous. I've never watched an episode of it, but just hearing, like, just the title, you feel what I'm saying? That is crucial when you really think about it, what you're consuming. A million ways to die. Why would you want to watch that? Why would you want to think about that? Just like these simple things is what really just turns the whole, it just shifts everything around. It just shifts your whole perspective. Like, I don't want to know a million ways I could die. Like, let me be happy and just going through life not knowing how I could, and just let it happen one day. Like it's a fucking supposed to. That's just how I think. But, man, bro, like, I deserve to be. I'm one of the best people out here. You get me? One of the best people in my vicinity. All I bring is love. All I give is love. And now that matter cannot penetrate my consciousness and what I think about myself, shit's about to go even more faster. It's about to get even more greater. It's about to get even more prompt. You feel what I'm saying? The truth is about to spill over, bro. And I love it. I'm loving this time, even though it's gonna be, even though the matter is going to change. Oh, this is so crucial, bro. Even though the matter is gonna change, even though the outside of me will always be ever changing, even though it'll always have its thoughts, even though it'll always have its conditions, even though it'll always have its way that it's going to go. This is why God created us as creative beings in His likeness and image, because we are able to choose. We are able to say, I want this here and I want that there. I don't want this at all. I do want this forever. You get what I'm saying? And we're able to have it. And the matter is finna change in a crazy way, because Everything is shifting. Perspectives are shifting. People's perception about themselves are shifting. Who they are is shifting. And the consciousness, the infinite part of it, is staying the same. Because over the years, what has been talked about is consciousness, abundance, the universe, meditation, like things of peace. These are reoccurring things over time, bro. Over time. You get what I'm saying? In every book, in every, your word is power. These are like, come on, man. Like, all across all things, this is what people know to be true. When you speak, it comes to life. You get me? And I'm proud, bro. I'm proud within myself. I'm proud to be who I am. And I'm loving that. I'm enjoying it. I'm understanding the basics of words and how to use them to create my reality, bro. And just watch. This is a movie that you're watching. You feel me? Starring AO. I love you.